Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. Where today you can see we have the Marvel Legends 80th or 80 years anniversary X-Men 2-pack Colossus and Juggernaut. And I'm just showing off the packaging. I've already recorded this video once, and the recording messed up, so I'm just gonna go through the packaging fast. And you know what packaging looks like. I do like the insert of this though. That's something I haven't mentioned. So. But yeah, and one thing about these guys is they're much bigger in person than, oh, and there's cat hair all over them, because, spoiler alert, I have a cat. They're much bigger in person, and I wasn't expecting that when I first opened these guys. I opened Colossus first, even though Juggernaut's probably my more preferred character out of the two. I just love Juggernaut. I love Juggernaut. I think he's so cool. Character design's cool, powers are cool. Yeah, but we're gonna go with Juggernaut first, because he's the one I went with first last time, so I'm just gonna do that again. So, I just was saying we'll go over the paint, and the paint work, he's got the lines, and they don't carry up on there, which I don't like, but it's not the biggest deal, because they carry up pretty far on the back, at least. And it's Juggernaut, so I feel like I'm not gonna have him arc back like that very often. I feel like it's gonna be more like this. And yeah, so the only paint on the figure are this part. I don't think this is paint. I think this is different molded plastic. If we can, yeah, that looks to be different molded plastic. And then the paint on the face, obviously. And the paint on the face is awesome. Like, if you just, you see that running towards you, you're gonna shit your pants. So, and then the sculpt work I really like. I like the fact that these all look beat up and, like, there's dents in them. They look worn. The helmet, not so much, but I kind of like the fresh look of the helmet instead of, like, the ultra-realistic, gritty, you know, beat-up helmet. They both have their place in the collection, I feel like. For me, I'm just going to have this guy because this is my visual image of Colossus. Or not Colossus, sorry, Juggernaut. Although I do feel like my image of Juggernaut's a little bit more red. This is pretty accurate to some source material, and I'm not the type of guy that cries about accuracies normally, unless it's like a first appearance Spider-Man look or something. Like, I did want that first one to have the blue emblem, if they were going to call it first appearance. But even that is really kind of dumb of me, because I didn't even pick that version up, because I was like, oh, I have the other one. I do plan on picking that one up just because I want to have every version that I can of Spider-Man for the Spider-Verse display. So that's a little, yeah, I don't need to be talking about Spider-Man in an X-Men review, but yeah, this guy's great. And for articulation, we'll go over that after we look at what Juggernaut looks like. Not Juggernaut, Colossus. I'm so sorry. And Colossus has a lot more paint. This is where the paint budget went. I think this is painted on, like, because I think this whole upper thigh is probably red, molded in red, and then they probably painted the silver metallic on there, is what I'm gonna go with. That's what I'm assuming. Even though they don't look like different. Actually, you kind of can tell, I think, that that's painted on. And then the paint, this is gold paint all the way around, which is nice. Got the X painted on. There's a little bit of face paint. And I say paint budget like there's a shit ton of paint on this guy. There's not. There's a little bit of paint here and there, and that's about it. But it's Colossus. He doesn't have a lot of detail like he does, but not that you need to be painting on. Like, you paint the hair, you paint the X, you paint the yellow on there, and that's pretty much all you gotta do, because I'm assuming this is molded different plastics. If not, then one of these is painted on, but I'm gonna say it's molded. And yeah, so we'll get into articulation now before we get into accessories, just to have that done. So for articulation, we'll go with Colossus first. At the head, you can look up that, pop it off. The ball joint goes all the way back to there, and that is molded in a gray, not a metallic, which is probably more sturdy, is why I'm assuming they did that. And I'd prefer that to be a little bit of different sheen, but not break. So I'm okay with that. And then he can look down and bear his chin that far, which is good for a character that's the size of Colossus, because he's pretty big. And then he could honestly probably even be bigger, and I wouldn't complain. He could probably be even a little bit bigger, and I wouldn't complain. For the shoulders, they can go out to there, which is about all the way out, like all the way up to his T pose. Then you have the bicep swivel. You can go all the way, around, but you have the shoulder pad, so be careful for that. He's got a 90-degree bend at the elbow. I gotta use behind the camera strength for this guy, but it's not quite even 90. And this is something that's crazy. The Marvel Select has a better range on him than this guy does. And I saw Robo on his old review, because this is an old dude-back. He actually swapped out the Marvel Select arm, and it looked a lot better, but I don't have the Marvel Select, and I'm not going to do that. So, although I do like the way the Marvel Select looks, I almost opted to buy the Marvel Select instead of this pack for both of them, but I like the Marvel Legends a lot better for him because it's more articulated. The Marvel Select is just a brick of plastic, and even though he's a big guy, I want to have an articulated figure. So, and then for torso articulation, you can go all the way back to there, all the way forward to there. You have a cut so that he can actually move, and I thought when I first opened this that the cut was there, and I was like, that's kind of a weird place, but it's actually below there. So you can even move the belt down lower if you want to, but I prefer this, right up here. And then for the legs, you can kick forward that far, kick back that far, kick out that far. You have a upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee, pinned, because this is an old 2-pack, and he can almost kick his own butt, so that's nice. You have a hinge that can go all the way back to there, all the way forward to there, and then you have forward-facing pin for the rocker. So, pretty well articulated for a Colossus figure. I feel like you're not going to get Colossus in that many, agile poses, so I think this is pretty good for what you can do for him. Honestly, if any other toy company would attack Colossus, I would want it to be Mezco. I think Mezco could take a real good shot. I know I'm a Mezco dick sucker sometimes, but I just feel like Mezco, with all the metal parts, they could do some die cast like they did with Doom. I think that would be awesome. Alright, and then for Juggernaut, articulation is for this head, which is the head you're going to have on most of the time. You can get a little bit of rocking back and forth, and you can not really look down or up or anything. So we will put on the other head, which you'll actually get articulation out of. You can go up to there. That doesn't look like it's much of a difference, but it is a little bit. Go down to there, and then, yeah. So, and then for the arms, you can go up to there. You have a upper bicep swivel. You have a double jointed, or not a double jointed, single jointed elbow. They're both single jointed elbows. I don't know if I mentioned that on him. And then you have the wrist at the hinge at the wrist for both of them. Both side to sides. No, neither one of them are up and downs. So I forgot to mention that for him. And then you can spin the arm all the way around. And then this is how far the arms go to the side, which is pretty good for a muscle character. These bands are a bit annoying, so once I get my super glue order in, because I ran out, so I had to order some on Amazon, I'll probably glue those on. And then you have the ones down here that are also separate. And then for torso articulation, it goes all the way to there. Wait, I have the legs moving with him. All the way to there, which isn't very far, but it's also not too bad. And then go back to there, which is also not very far, but not the worst. Twist all the way around, just like on Colossus. And then he has ball hips right here. They look like ball hips hidden behind stuff. So that makes sense because this is an older figure, but I just haven't seen that in a while. You can kick forward that far, kick back that far, kick out that far. Upper thigh swivel. Single jointed knees. They go to there. And then you have a... Is there not a swivel at the boot? There's no boot cut swivel. Damn. You have a hinge that can go back very far. And not too far forward. And then you have forward facing pivot for rocker. So yeah. So I already showed off one of the accessories for this pack. And that's the beat up head sculpt. And then in conjunction with that, he comes with a ripped up Juggernaut mask, helmet, faceplate thing, whatever you want to call it. And that just goes there, and you can make it look like he got his... You can make it look like Colossus, like, rips it off or something. And yeah, that's pretty cool. I do wish this head also could have a removable helmet, because... Or at least they came with an extra helmet, because I would like a kind of neutral Juggernaut faceplate underneath a helmet. So that's my only nitpick and gripe, and I'm not even showing it off correctly. This is what it looks like. So yeah, that's nice. And then he comes with 2 open palm hands, and they are right here. And these are actually separate pieces that are, I think they're glued on, or they're really form-fitting. So yeah, these both look great. So yeah. And then that's all Colossus, or Juggernaut comes with. Sorry, I'm going to keep messing their names up. And then for Colossus, let me get that cat hair out of there, sorry. He just comes with 2 fists. They look nice. They go pretty well on the body. But I wish he would have came with an angry head sculpt. I think that would have looked nicer. Alright, and now we're going to get into size comparisons. And for size comparisons, we're going to put Juggernaut's head back on. And we're going to get these guys right up in there. Okay, we'll get them stood up as straight as I possibly can. Okay, and for size comparisons, we're going to start off with my biggest action figures, because I want to compare them to big guys. And then we'll get into, you know, more X-Men related stuff. So for the big guys, we're going to start off with the smaller of the big guys, which is the Thing. And the Thing knocked over Colossus, so that's cool. Here, let's try to get these guys right there. So you got... I think what I should do is put him in the middle. Put the guys in the middle that I'm doing a size comparison to. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. I like Thing not being huge like the Hulk, but still a big guy. So that looks good. And then we have Hulk. Speaking of the devil. And yeah, Hulk is about the same size as Juggernaut. The Juggernaut might be an old Hulk reuse or something. But not from this body, I don't think, because this body's pretty... I think this body's new, because it doesn't have single-jointed knees or anything like that. I think this has double-jointed knees. So, yeah, I like this size comparison. And then for the other big guy, we're going to go with the Blob. And this is a awesome figure. This Blob figure is really good. Let me try to get him down here. Sorry, I had them all on a display, so they're all posted up. And yeah, that's good size too. And then we're gonna get into some other big guys. I'm not gonna put this guy in a neutral stance because I like having him in this pose, and I'm just gonna show you off what Beast would look like next to them. And Beast is a pretty big normal size figure is how I'm gonna try to put that. So yeah, we got Beast, and I don't think I have any other big, huge figures, that are like hulking besides the Eric Masterson Thor, and he's not really hulking. He's just a big guy because he's Asgardian. So I just wanted to show that with a normal-ish guy. Okay, and for the other size comparisons, we're gonna get a Marvel Legends. We'll do Wolverine in there because, you know, the fastball special. You're gonna want to see how that would look. And all Wolverines, besides the new Astonishing one, basically use the same body. and are all basically the same size. So this is really the size comparison that I'm looking for. We'll put these two in right here. We'll put Wolvie right here, and then for another supervillain, you know, X-Men supervillain, we'll put Pyro in there. And that's what they all look like together. So they look great. And next we're gonna go. He's kind of big, but not really. We've got Sabretooth. And Sabretooth, I want to get the newer one, but he's so expensive now because Big Bad Toy Store canceled my pre-order on him a while back, so I just never got him. So maybe I'll buy him secondhand for like $70,000. And then we're gonna go. We got Avalanche for more X villains. So yeah, okay. And then we're gonna go more X villains. We have the Mystique, and I added like some extra stuff to her just because I like a little extra pop of gold on her, and she looks good. And then Toad, I'm not even gonna bother pulling him out of a pose because I'm always gonna have him like this. Next we'll do the two big hitters of each team, in my opinion. Obviously, we have Cyclops. You know, you gotta have your leader. And then we're gonna do Magneto. It's the X-Men 97 Magneto, X-Men 97 Cyclops with the X-Men VHS series Cyclops head on top. And then for the last two comparisons, so for these two were both in the Deadpool and Deadpool 2. So I'm gonna do the Mezco Deadpool. Oh, actually, I have 4 more comparisons, I think. I'm gonna put them up with the Mezco Deadpool, and Mezco Deadpool can go next to Juggernaut, and that looks pretty good for now until I get the Amazing Yamaguchi and the Marvel Legends, because I love Deadpool, so I want to have different versions. And then Ileana Rasputin. You know, this is Peter's sister, so these two will probably be posed up on the shelf next to each other at least. So that's what they all look together. And she's appropriately small next to her big brother, so I like that. And then for next, we have Mezco. I have the Mezco Wolvie. And Wolverine is big, but next to these two, it doesn't really matter. This version of Wolverine can be a little bigger. I'm fine with that. And then I have the Mezco Psych. And yeah, that's what the size comparisons look like. I can give you I didn't get an Amazing Yamaguchi in there, so I'll just show off what the Amazing Yamaguchi Spidey looks like in here, but he's just going to be posed down, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm not taking him out of this pose. But yeah, that's what these two look like. This is the only action figures I've bought this month, aside from that I will be probably having at all this month, aside from the Mezco Robin. I have the Mezco Robin. I bought that on eBay for like $70, which was a really good price. So yeah, I have Mezco Robin coming. He'll be in there within the next week or so. And then I bought a couple things to make a Red Hood custom because I'm sick of not having a good Red Hood figure, and I want a Mezco Red Hood figure. So yeah, I'm getting this much closer to completing my X-Villains and X-Men. I'm also really drawing a blank. Is it the League of Evil Mutants? I'm so, like, I've gotten about 5 hours of sleep within the past 3 days, and I'm on some very strong meds right now for my back and stuff, so I don't really know what I'm saying half the time right now. I think, is it the League of Evil Mutants? The Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Oh my gosh. That's probably going to piss some people off, but I'm so sorry. I just could not think of any of that. Oh, I'm so glad I thought of it, because that would have been driving me crazy all day. But yeah, until I get the Mezco Robin, I decided I was gonna pick that up. I'm gonna do a custom Mezco Red Hood to go with it, and my Batman, and I'm gonna do a custom Mezco Batgirl, and a custom Mezco Nightwing. Even though official one's coming out, and I will be picking that up, but I just wanna make a custom one until then, because that doesn't come out for another almost year. It comes out in my birth month, which is pretty cool, but it doesn't come out for another year. So, yeah. Yeah. Trying to focus on completing my X-Men. That Professor X just went up for pre-order, the reissue. So I'll be picking him up when he comes out. And then I really just need a Jubilee. And I think that's all my X-Men completed. Maybe I'll get a Sunspot. I mean, there's a bunch of other X-Men I want to get. But as far as my, X-Men animated series inspired, Jim Lee inspired team, I think I'm pretty good. The only one that I have in that team that doesn't really fit the mold is Magic, and I only have her because I got Magic a long time ago from my aunt for my birthday, and I really like this figure. And yeah, even though my nieces and nephews broke the hand on it. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in a week or so when I get that Robin figure. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye. Have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.